Good morning everyone once again.
Good morning, sir.
So, in my previous class, I taught simple present tense. Taught. I thought that I wrote T. I thought that I wrote T. I thought that I wrote T. Now two sentences I have used. Whatever you will say, from there we can start learning English grammar. But if you don't learn English grammar, then what will happen? While you will express your views, you will make funny sentences. You may make funny sentences. Or maybe you can keep on swiping tenses unnecessarily. So to have good command in your spoken English, practice of tenses is very important. Not just the rules of writing sentences in a particular tense is important, but there should be a practice. So the classroom has to be lively and it should be interactive. So I have used a few verbs here, isn't it? Some verbs I have used. Which is the verb in this? Taught. Can you tell me what is the root verb for this? From which word this word taught has come? Taught. What is the V1 form of it? Every verb has got three forms. V1, V2 and V3. Teach. If I say I teach English language, so it is my habitual truth. That means I have a habit of teaching English language, isn't it? I have a habit of teaching English language. Now here I said that I have. Have is also a verb. It's simple present tense. A habit of teaching English language. Now here you see that here it is V1 form. Have, I possess, it is with me. I have means what? I have this book, I have the students, okay, I have some money, okay, I have good clothes, I have a habit, मुझे एक आदत है, I have, okay. So here have is in which form? V1, V2 or V3? V1. Here teach has got ing. V1 plus ing. Okay. So is it continuous tense? Although ing is there. But is it continuous tense?
No, sir.
Then what is it? I like swimming. She likes reading. So these reading, writing, teaching, wherever we are putting ing, it may not be a continuous tense. Sometimes it is used as gerund. Which shows something in continuum. Like teaching, process. It shows about a process. Swimming, a process. Okay. Cooking, a process. I love cooking. So I can love any object. I can love a particular work. So when it comes to like work which is being done and is liked, then such kind of things are called as gerund. Like teaching. Okay. But if I say I am teaching, I am teaching simple present tense. Then it is a continuous tense. It is a present continuous tense. All right. So before I go from simple present tense to present continuous tense, I will like to give you a good practice of simple present tense and to make sentences out of it. So let us pick up any animal. Let us name any animal. Cow is a very favorite animal of all of us. Cow gives us milk. Alright. So let us write 5 lines about cow in only simple present tense. Alright. So let us do this exercise first. So this will help you to remember what was taught in the previous class. What was taught in the previous class. Cow is a dash animal.
Domestic.
Very good. Cow eat or eats. Grass. It. Give or gives. Cows leave. Cows leave or leaves in attendance sheet, please. Thank you. Cows leave or leaves? Live in shed. Okay. What is cow shed called as, by the way? A shed where cows are kept. So when there is a singular noun, we use plural verb like eats. It is a domestic. So here it is not a verb. Domestic is not a verb. Okay, domestic is not a verb. Fine. Here is a verb. It is a verb. Okay. What is the root word for is? Be. It is. It can be was. It can be were. It can be am. Like I will not say I is. I will say I am. I will not say they is. I will say they are or they were. So are is also there. So these are the forms of be. Okay. To be. Now cows dash in shade. Live in shade. One more sentence with plural cows. Cows. Cows.
Cow is very useful animal.
Cow is a very useful animal. So is one verb. Is already is a verb. So we are trying to use something which can have two options: plural verb or singular verb. Plural form of verb or singular form of verb.
Cow is a friendly animal.
Okay, that is something again not a verb. It is adjective. Cow is a friendly animal. What kind of animal is cow? Adjective. So it is qualifying the noun. So beautiful, useful, all these are adjectives. Okay, we will use verb. So cows run or runs. Cows run or runs.
Run.
Very
Fast.
Alright. Now if you have understood simple present tense, you will be able to use the correct form of the verb. When there is a singular noun, we will be using plural form of the verb, eats. When it is it, so for it we will use es form, gives. Because for plural we will use they. or those, isn't it? They give or gives birth to dash calf, isn't it? Calf. So if I am using they, so I am using plural pronoun. It is a plural pronoun. They is meant for many. So for that we will use singular verb. They give birth to. They give birth to calf. Here, cows run very fast or runs very fast? Run. How many of you say run? All of you say run. Very good. All right. Next, cows leave or leaves? Leave in sheds. Now, how many sentences we have made? So, when we try to understand the relation between the verb and the subject, subject is noun basically, subjects are basically noun or pronoun. Okay, objects can be anything. Like cow eats grass, so grass is object, but subject is cow. So, whenever we try to find the relation between the subject and the verb, whether the singular form will be used or plural form will be used, then this kind of relation is called as subject verb agreement. Subject verb agreement. It is called as subject verb agreement. Now what happens in most of the grammar books? You are given a formula to make sentences in simple present tense. So what you do, you put subject, then you put verb, then you put s or es and then object. But you fail to decide while speaking whether to use plural form of the verb or singular form of the verb. S or es. When to use s, when not to use yes. Say for example, anything about cow is very clear to you. You don't need to read book, isn't it? Cow is a very familiar animal to us. Cow is a very familiar animal to us. Familiar means we know it like a family member. We know it like a family member. Similarly, lion is not very familiar to us, but we are aware about lion, okay, or tiger. So out of lion or tiger, about which animal would you like to talk in simple present tense? If I give you two options, lion or tiger, okay, so about which would you like to talk in simple present tense?
Tiger.
Come out, clap for him. Yes. So make one sentences about tiger.
Tiger is not friendly to us.
Okay, tiger is not friendly to us. So not being friendly is an adjective. Is a verb here. Okay, is a verb. So let us use some verb which is not be. Like is, am, are, were, was. Instead of that, we will use some action words. Okay. Yes.
Tiger eats meat.
Tiger eats flesh. Better we will say flesh. See, there is a difference between meat and flesh. Alright. Meat is typically goat's flesh or lamb's flesh. Okay. Which non-vegetarian human beings eat. But animals eat flesh. It is raw. It is not cooked. Okay. So tiger eats flesh. Very good. Second sentence. Tiger eats flesh. Next.
Tiger is wild animal.
Tiger is wild animal is again you are telling about the quality of the tiger. Okay, although is a verb here, but it is not action verb, isn't it? It is not an action verb. Is, to be, am is not an action verb.
Tiger lives in forest.
Tiger, come out. Yes, go back. Thank you. Come out. Yes,
Tiger lives.
address your students.
Tiger lives in forest.
Tiger lives
In forest.
in forest. Now the challenge is, I am going to write tigers. Tigers will dash place. Who will fill up the gap?
Sir, what?
Yes, come out. Go back, please.
Tigers eat flesh.
Tigers eat flesh. Very good. Clap for her. Now instead of tigers, I will write a pronoun, a plural pronoun. They dash flesh.
Sir.
Sir.
Yes, come out.
Sir.
Go back, please. You can come from that way.
Sir, they eat flesh.
They
Eat flesh.
eat flesh.
सर अनु मैम आपको सॉल्व करना है
Okay. They eat flesh.
अनु को बोलो कि क्लास ले लो ठीक है
All right. So we have seen simple present tense. Also we have seen subject verb agreement. A subject should necessarily be pronoun or noun, isn't it? An object could be flesh, object could be food, object could be paper where we write. Students write on the paper. Students write on the paper. Children write on the paper. So we will not say children's, we will say children. Child is singular, children is plural. But for student is singular, students is plural. So with plural, noun or pronoun, we will use
S-O-E-S.
Single.
yes. Verb with S or ES. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
I think that most of you are able to answer also. Now can we go to past tense, simple past tense,
So simple.
simple past tense. Can we start?
Yes, sir.
One thing you will notice that mostly when we talk, we either need simple present tense or we need simple past tense. But those who learn English by listening to poor English speakers, they speak like this. This is a joke for you to laugh. Okay? My joke is always a very poor joke. So before the joke and after the joke, I always say it was a joke. It was a joke only. Nobody laughed. So before the joke and after the joke, I will tell that it is a joke. Alright. So the joke is that mostly you will find that people, those who do not have good command in grammar, they talk like this. He was to coming, but I to not was there. So this is called as Indianism or colloquialism, wherein you use lots of to in between. Okay. So if you use any filler, unnecessary word while you speak English, it makes an impression about you that you do not have proper command in grammar. Okay, semantic meaning of that, maybe your schooling was not good, but in a good school, when students learn good English, they speak in good English. One more joke. Well, one joke is over, a few laughed. Those who did not laugh are not intelligent enough. Now you laughed. Okay, fine. Second joke is that one of my students was swimming in swimming pool. Obviously, anybody will swim in swimming pool only. Can anybody swim in any other place other than swimming pool? Why no? Why no? Think out of the box. Where are the places where we can swim? Ocean, pond, lakes, rivers. Yes. So my student was swimming in the swimming pool. All right. And then he wanted to say that he is having a great fun. He is having a great fun. And since he was learning to speak English, but he was not able to, so he said that बहुत मजा आ रहा है, बहुत मजा आ रहा है. And I reached over there and I said, talk in English. So he said, too much fun is coming, too much fun is coming. So can fun come? Can fun come? So the way we speak in Hindi cannot be directly translated in English. So when you say in English, it should be, it is a great fun. Alright. I am enjoying to swim. Swimming is great for me. These are the ways in which we speak English. Not like fun is coming. Alright. That is why this chapter is very important. So, just after teaching you the formula for simple present tense and to make sentences, it was very important for me to make you understand about subject-verb agreement. Subject-verb agreement. In short, we call it as SVA. Anybody who will check your English in future or in present will check for GSP, SVA, Q. What is this? Grammar, spelling, punctuation, pronunciation, subject-verb agreement, and questioning skills. Most of the students do not answer in the class because wrong questions are asked. You like momos? You like momos? You like momos? No answer will come. I am trying to give a attire. I am trying to give an expression of question. You like momos? You like momos? But it is not a question at all. Unless I don't say, do you like momos? So these are the common errors which happens when you speak in English. So when you question, don't make a statement. When you question, don't make a statement. Okay. You are going to market. So it is a statement. What answer I will give? No answer. I am going to market. He is saying that I am going to market. So he is narrating my action. What answer should I give? Answer can only be there for a question. Okay. So one of the parents came to me and he said that my child does not answer to my question. So I asked the parent that ask a few questions. So the question he was asking was like this. So questioning is a good skill. There are ways of asking questions. So whenever we learn tense, we should be able to also relate with subject-verb agreement and question. Like question in simple present tense. Is she a good girl? Was Mother Teresa a great lady? Understood? So even question can also have tenses, and there also you should have command. Now if you say, is Mother Teresa a good lady? So that means Mother Teresa is still living. But if you say, was Mother Teresa a good living? It gives a sense that she is no more with us physically. Although her soul is with her, isn't it? So who was Mother Teresa? She was a great social worker, isn't it? Do you know her? So write 5 lines about Mother Teresa. Find out from somewhere and write 5 lines about Mother Teresa in simple past tense. What she was, not what she is. Okay? Thank you everyone.